Greetings and welcome back everyone to Let's Play Gothic 2 Night of the Raven. I'm your host, Quahodron, and today we're going to have a little chat with Quahodron since we finally actually understand what the hell he's saying. So well, hello Quahodron, what do you got to say for me?
Why do you disturb my rest, Guardian? Tell me, what do you desire?
Gee, guess he got up with the wrong foot.
Someone has forced his way into the Temple of Adenos.
Nonsense. I myself sealed the door. It is impossible to pass.
Indeed.
Oh, you did a pretty poor job, matey.
Grant me access to the Temple of Adenos.
The temple will remain closed for all eternity. Thus did we in the council decide.
Well, Raven didn't really care about your decisions.
What is in the Temple of Adenos?
My greatest sorrow. My greatest disappointment.
You know, in temples I usually expect treasures, but not disappointments. What does Raven want with disappointment and sorrows? Maybe he's kind of emo or whatever.
The praised wisdom of the ancestors is truly overwhelming.
A man of your standing does not speak to me thus. I cannot free myself of the impression that you are not the one you pretend to be. If you require my aid, you must first prove yourself to me. Answer my questions, so that I may be sure that I do not reveal myself to strangers.
A quiz? Really? Come on, quizzes aren't fun. Quizzes make you feel like you're in school. Okay, I made that joke already in another LP. Well, fine, might as well try.
Ask away.
I am Quahodron, the old warlord of Jarkendar. You have woken me. To which caste of Jarkendar do you belong?
Well, I don't know. I'm the nameless hero. I don't know anything about myself. I don't even know my name. I don't know where I'm from. I don't know if I'm married to. I don't know if I have kids. I don't know who I am. I just know that I'm some guy who does everything for everyone, even though he doesn't really need to. What? Why do he ask me things like that? It completely crazes me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Then do not waste my time.
Oh, shut up. No, wait. I've already did that. I know how it feels. I don't need to do that again. Well, since we do not know what I belong to because, well, you know, I'm actually quickly going to get that chest before the troll attacks me. I think we need to do some studying at the library. And that is actually the second reason, except for the stone tablet, to go there. So, to the library! Well, here we are in glorified Squishal Vision. I'm sorry about that, but there's no, like, NPC to talk to, so I can fix that. Well, this is our last destination for today, or in Jarkendar, for getting the different colored stone tablets. We already been here, but the glorious Captain Quahodron decided to retreat when he saw that thing burning in the background. So, time to actually conquer this temple. See, it's not that hard. With the help of a little bit of ice, everything is possible. This is incidentally also, I think, one of the toughest temples to beat because it's full of fire devils and especially stone sentinels, which are a humongous pain in the ass. Whoops. Come on. Whoops. I'll have it. You know, I've written down the code and I still managed to mess it up like, how many times? 3 times? Oh well. Okay, let's see, which way do we go? I kind of really well, I don't really dislike this place. It's actually an intriguing place because it's more than just find the yellow stone time and that's it. Let's see, what do we have here? Strength and life energy. Nice. Especially level 3 ones, so they give actually a good amount. Also, I didn't know the new metal crafting back then in the day. So unrealistic, gee. Okay, let's see. I think this place is a little bit perilous because there is a stone sentinel, but there's also a fire devil really close by. Taste my ice. And good old lucky. Yeah, I'm thinking about speeding this up every time I do that because I just do so little amount of melee damage. I had to do that with the zombie because the zombie took like no damage whatsoever in the last episode.
Nothing to be had there.
I really dislike that the stone sentinels don't give anything. But yeah, I'm going to gloriously quick save around this part because this place is really perilous. Because most enemies also just sit on each other. I think in here is a fire devil and a stone sentinel. Let's see if I can, yeah, lure the stone sentinel out without waking the fire devil, because both of them at the same time could be rather unpleasant. There we go. And do the old beat the crap out of him. I really should have like bought like a hammer weapon, because blunt weapons do more damage to those guys. I think I've already mentioned that a couple of times. But yeah, I don't even know if there's a blunt weapon around my strength grade that's actually fairly decent. At least I don't have one with me. Oh well. Okay, time to murder the fire devil, and then we've cleared the room for now. Problem is that there's aggressively little space, so I hope I can kill my ice lances hit. So if they don't hit, I might be in small troubles. So I'll gloriously quick save again. That camera isn't helping at all. Ah! I knew it! Knew something like that would happen. Leave me alone. I think you don't fit through the doorway, do you? He does fit through the doorway. Shit! Leave me alone. Okay, now he gave up. How does this humongous thing fit through the door frame? Jeez. Also, I think I can consider myself to be glad that the ancients built their houses out of stone and not fire, because otherwise, I think that whole temple will be burned to a crisp with a fire devil running around in it. But our hero is fairly fire resistant. He just walks through that fire devil like it's nothing. He doesn't give a shit. Okay, let's see. Is he sleepy again? Yeah, he's sleeping again. Here. Have an ice ball up your buttocks. Let's see, chest. Crossbow. Not really something I can use. Also, I need to get some light in here. It's a little bit dark. Where's my light spell? There. Ooh. Gives this room a wonderful ambient. Let's see, what do you have here? Speed potion, I think. That's a permanent potion. I think a permanent mana potion. And well, yeah, there are herbs growing in stone. But the actual interesting part about the library is there are actually lecterns to be lectured. I think I won't read that out loud, and you just can read it when you want to, but these lecterns we find here will actually help you to solve the quiz Quahodron asks you. And I have to say, the quiz from Quahodron is actually, I have to say, it's legitimately hard. It's not like, there are some questions which are, well, you can solve by common sense, but there are actually some, especially one question is really tricky if you don't pay attention. And I think it's actually, well, legitimately need a puzzle element. I think it's actually well done, because it forces you to read up on the history of this. Well, it is forced, but I think it's actually well done. It's like, you know, like those reading exercises you had at school. It's kind of like that, but it's pretty well executed. Like I said, besides some questions which are blatantly obvious. Oh wow, 3 old stone tablets. Kick ass. And a ring. That should be like a scholar ring, I guess, or a ring of the healer. I do not know. It's one of those rings. I think it's one of the healer rings I found. One of those two. I think I do have the healer set together. Do I? Oh, I don't. I'm missing the amulet. Do I have the priest set? The warrior set? No, I'm also missing a warrior ring. Oh, pity. Oh well. Like I said. No, I already talked about the sets. Okay, more lecturing. So, Radames, eh? Who is Radames exactly? Let's see if that lecturing gives more about it. More about him. Quahodron closed the holy chambers of the temple behind him and trapped Radames was trapped in the temple for all time. So, that's what he meant with his biggest sorrow and his biggest disappointment. Radames is, I think, his son, which he trapped in the temple together with the Claw of Beliar. Basically, if I can explain the lore a little bit, Radames was the first wielder of the Sword of Beliar, and the power of the sword was too great for him, so he basically became possessed of the sword. So the only thing they had, the only solution they had is to lock him up inside the Fire Temple. Not the Fire Temple, the Temple of Adonis. Ah! Ow, ow, ow. Oh, even two Stone Guardians. Sentinels, I mean. Jesus. Sure shaky. Let's see, a bit more distance and... Freeze, motherfucker. There we go. Okay, now I can kill one of them. What's that frame rate is currently going to hell with all the particle effects. I think that's not my computer, that's just a game engine. Oh, it can't be my computer, gee. Well, okay. Did one and froze. And finally walking back again. Come on. Give up on me, thank you. Okay, quickly stock up on mana and freeze him as well. Come back. Oh, he's just standing there, like a plum waiting to be frozen. Well, cool weather, don't we? Eyes to see you. Okay, enough of stupid ice puns. Plus, if I want to make ice puns, I would need to say it in an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. Eyes to see you! Freeze, motherfucker! Well, that sounded weird. But, anyways, about the... well, then again, I've actually explained everything that was like on those free tablets. Plus, I'll be... when we do the quiz, I'll actually, like, show the different answers on the... oh, hey, my holy light is fading, it seems. I will show the different answers, or, like, show the text according to the different answers. Let's see... wait, didn't I go this way already? Oh yeah, that's the path I already took. Ha ha ha! Skulking around for nothing. Let's see, I think there is an additional fire devil, and I think... yeah, there I already see him burning in the building. Is there a door? No, there's no door in between. It was just a graphical glitch. Hey, wake up, sleepyhead. Okay, wait for him to... nope! How do you miss things like that? Stop missing things like that. You're giving me half a heart attack. Gah. And quick save again. This place is really nasty. I don't... oh shit. I just wanted to pick up the fire nettle. Gee. You stupid twat. Just leave me some nice things. And time to beat the crap out of this one. This is actually the last place. I think that's the last enemy of this place. I think maybe one more stone sentinel and then we're good. Beating the crap out of a stone sentinel. There we go. Now let's see what the last two lections. I think, yeah, two more lections, and of course the stone tablet. Let's see, is there anything else? I'll just get my ice block ready in case another stone sentinel waits in here. Yep. Knew it. Nope. Freeze, motherfucker. I don't know how many times I've already said that, but I think I said it way too much. My arm is getting tired. I wonder if the hero wakes up one day with completely overstrained muscles. You know, like if you play too much tennis. Like basically having a tennis arm. Okay. Let's see. I'll just take those plants. Ah, yellow stone tablet. We got all 5 stone tablets now, and there are 2 more lections to read. First I pick up everything in here. Health potions. Ball lightning spell, which is kind of useless. Chest. Let's see, what do we have in here? Archery. Oh, nothing we can... That's useful to us either. Okay, let's see what this lecture has to say. I actually like it how they like point out the different the important words in capital letters. Okay, I think we got every lecture. I think there are 5 of them. So, we should be smart enough to answer Quahodron's questions. So, to the tomb! Okay, here we are again, and I'm still not in the mood to fight that troll, so I'm just going to sneak around him. Maybe I'll like do it as a little bonus for us at the end of this episode or something like that, because you saw how long I was beating on that zombie. So the troll has 500 health instead of 200. And yeah. Shut up. Okay, ignores me. And I can't beat him so easily like the zombie. Can't really get him stuck in the loop. Okay, Quahodron, I will answer your questions now.
Ask away.
To which caste of Jarkandar do you belong?
Yeah, this question is a no-brainer. It's pretty obvious which of the cast could actually revive the dead. Probably the Guardians of the Dead. He even called this in one of the dialogue Guardian. So it's a pretty much a no-brainer. There is in the lections there is one passage that says because only the Guardians of the Dead could call the ancestors, but I mean it's more than obvious enough which caste that is. But okay. Let's just move on.
The Guardians of the Dead.
The abilities of a Guardian of the Dead would have allowed you to waken me, that is true. If you are truly the one you claim to be, you will be able to answer all of my questions. Except for one. Who once protected the people of Jarkandar from enemy attacks?
Again, a really no-brainer question. I mean, who is the one that actually fights of those? Usually, of course, the warrior caste. One thing to know is that from now on, if you give a wrong answer, he doesn't say you anything. He just goes through those, I think, 5 questions, and in the end, he tells you if you got everything right or not. So this is kind of a meanie because you never know which question you answered wrongly. But yeah, the warrior caste.
The warrior caste.
Who can give me a direct order?
Hey, the first more or less legitimate hard question. Well, it is explained in one of the lections, well, like it needs to be. What does it say? Quahodron's age made it impossible for him to lead our army, and so the priests insisted on the right of command over him. I guess you could also explain it through common sense, since in most ancient tribes, priests, shamans, and whatever the hell usually always had a very high stand in those type of tribes. But okay, let's move on.
The priests.
Who brought the evil upon us?
Well, since it's about the Claw of Beliar that brought the evil upon the people of Jarkandar, and Radamus was the one that actually picked up the claw, he being part of the warrior caste, of course, it's logically the warrior caste.
The warrior caste.
Who has the final word in the Council of Five?
Well, when not trying to use common sense, this question is actually kind of tricky because the scholar who wrote these tablets always talked in the first person, so he never mentioned the scholars themselves. But there is one passage where the scholar said, "So I made use of my right to veto the decision of the others. I decided instead to overcome Redeemus with a ruse." And that's the scholar.
The scholars.
Who alleviates suffering and attends to the ill?
The warriors, of course, they just beat the crap out of the ill with their club of healing and until they stop being a fucking pussy and man up. No, of course not. This is a really easy question. I mean, who the hell heals people? Maybe the healers. But for our mentally challenged people, not even the healers could alleviate the suffering and the atrocities he brought upon our people in his blindness.
The healers.
Who seal the portal to guard the world from evil?
This is actually the trickiest question of the bunch. Sadly, it's a little bit spoiled because of the there's no way I could know that answer, because it sort of gives it away. Because in the lecture is written that the healers were sent to seal the portal and destroy the key. But before that happened, there is a text passage that goes, "And so it had Redeemus banish or execute all of the guardians of the dead, thus shattering all hope of release from this evil." Which means, since we claim to be a guardian of the dead, we cannot know that because we were either banished or executed. That's why there is no way I could know that is actually the right answer, because otherwise we'll probably realize that we're a fraud. But then again, only the guardians of the dead could revive people, and we did that actually pretty easily without being a guardian of the dead, but whatever.
I don't know.
Good. I trust you and shall grant you my aid.
Now listen here. A truly evil fellow has gained access to the Temple of Adanos. If you don't let me into the temple right now, it will probably be too late and everything will go down the drain.
That cannot be. The High Priest Condiman and I are the only ones in Jarkandar who know how to open the gate to Adanos' temple.
Well, then your pal Cardamon must have blabbed. I'm telling you the gate was open. I saw it myself.
Well, there is truth in your voice. I shall no longer doubt your words.
I should hope so.
Take then the password. It is written on this stone tablet. Speak the words at the sealed gate of the temple, and it will open. My time is done. Alas, I can no longer help you. But remember, beware the chambers of Adanos, else your death is certain.
Wait, what about the chambers?
My strength is failing. Farewell. We shall meet again in the realm of the dead.
And there he goes, never to be seen again. Well, we finally got the key, or the way to open the portal. It is a stone tablet, which I just completely scrolled into the wrong direction. It is a mirrored old stone tablet. This is the key to the Temple of Adanos, Yahedra Akantar. This is pretty much the only way to open the portal. Okay, so we only need to sub-troll. The only thing left is go back to the water mages and... Yeah, I like you too, little fella. I'll play with you later, or maybe I'll just completely ignore you. I am so not in the mood to fight that troll. But I think I kinda owe it to you guys. Especially since I've been avoiding this thing the whole time and saying, hey, I'm going to kill him sooner or later, I'm going to kill him sooner or later. But okay, anyways, back to the business that actually matters other than killing trolls. We got the key to enter the portal, the place of Adanos, so we could actually now talk to Satyrus about it, and plus also resolve the quest of the mansions, which we had with Riordian. I promised Riordan to visit all 5 temple places, and since we've been there, I can actually do that in one single go.
About the mansions?
Yes?
The orcs seem to be interested in the library of the scholars.
Do you think they can read the ancient language?
I don't think so, but who knows?
Perhaps you should make sure that they go away, nevertheless.
The House of the Healers is in the middle of the swampy area and is defended by many stone sentinels.
So it is still standing?
Yes, but I wonder for how much longer.
It pains my soul to see the witnesses of the past in this dilapidated condition.
The Mansion of the Warriors is being used by Raven as a hideout.
He made a good choice. It is probably the most secure fortress still to be found in this region.
There were a lot of mine crawlers in the House of the Priests.
Aren't these animals very uncommon for the area?
They certainly are.
By Adanos, curious things are happening in this area.
The House of the Guardians of the Dead is dominated by the power of evil. I think I have rarely seen so many zombies in one place.
That is unfortunate. The Guardians of the Dead were obviously the victims of their special skills. Their connection to the world of the dead damaged them greatly. I hope you were able to free them from their suffering.
Well, I burnt him to a crisp.
The orcs will soon lose interest in this area.
What makes you say that?
Their leader is dead.
Let's just hope you are right. We really don't need disturbances of that sort right now.
I found all of the mansions.
Were they all where they said they would be?
More or less.
Very good. Then my work was worth it. Thank you.
First of all, you never said where they are, just somewhere in the west, somewhere in the north. You never gave me any specific location, you douchebag. And second of all, you get no reward whatsoever for this quest. Then again, it is something you have to do anyways, but still. Riordan is still an asshole. So, now, actually the things that matters. Okay, let's go to Satyrs and tell him all about it. Oh wait, I actually want to go first. Shut up. Need to talk, also say Mixer that the thing, the resurrection worked. I think he also gives me like a little bit of experience. Hey Mixer.
I've talked to Quahodron.
Then you were really able to waken him from the realm of the dead? That's unbelievable. I am more and more amazed by these builders. Who knows what they could have achieved if they still existed today? What did the ghost say?
He gave me something that will let me get into the Temple of Adanos.
Then go straight to Satyrus. He will certainly be interested in what you have to say.
Will do, will do. Okay, Satyrus. Oh no, he's all of a sudden up there. Fine. If we like the chain of location, I don't mind.
About the relics, I think I have something here for you.
We already know this sort of stone tablet. They'll not get us any further now. There must be more than that.
What about this?
That looks good. Where'd you find that?
The bandits used these stone tablets as a sort of currency.
The tablets bear the sign of Quahodron, a great warrior. He is the commander whose son Rodimus caused the downfall of the entire city. I'll bet the bandits don't even know what it is they are trading there.
I found these tablets in a building to the south.
Ah, a tablet of the Guardians of the Dead. It was they who summoned the spirits of their dead. The builders' connection to their ancestors was very strong.
I found these tablets in a structure to the southwest.
Judging from the tablet, it has something to do with the housing for the priests of the city. The name of the highest priest was Cardamon. We don't know much about him.
This thing was lying in a building near the Great Swamp.
That would have been the House of the Healers. We don't know much about them. They seem to have been the first to disappear.
This piece was lying in a large building in a deep ravine.
That was the library of the ancient people. Apparently a tablet of the scholars. Many of the scripts we have found can be traced to the leader of the caste of scholars. Curiously enough, he did not leave his own name behind anywhere. Here is some gold as a reward. Now we have collected all the relics we need.
Yeah, those relics are actually needed in order to get into the place of Adanos. I'm not sure if you like need them to open the door, because they're not really much of help in the temple because you don't need them like as a key. They're just there to give you hints, but we'll see that in the next episode.
The problem with the temple gate is solved.
Has the spirit spoken?
Yes, he has.
Then you know how to get into the temple.
Correct. And he also told me what is in the temple. He spoke of a mighty sword and the chambers of Adanos.
By Adanos, what fools we are. How could we have been so naive? The hints in the records. This sword can only be the claw of Beliar. We must get through those chambers as soon as possible and take possession of the weapon.
What is the Claw of Beliar?
It is the incarnation of evil. Beliar himself created it. Whoever bears it possesses a terrible tool of destruction. The more powerful the bearer is, the mightier the power of the claw. Only someone who is strong of spirit and steadfast in his faith can withstand its spell. Now it is clear to me why the builders sealed off this valley. They brought this weapon of evil into their city and fell under its power. These arrogant fools destroyed one another out of greed. The cruelty knew no end until Adanos' wrath swept across the land and sank everything into the sea. Indeed, the creators of the portal did well to hide these things from the rest of the world. And what a tragic end for such a wonderful culture. Do you realize the urgency of our mission now? Raven is a strong fighter and is blinded by his lust for power. In his hand, the claw will be an instrument of destruction. He must not get the weapon, or we shall all be lost.
What are the chambers of Adanos?
We now know that the entrance is not the only obstacle that prevents us from entering the depths of the temple. In the temple itself, there are 3 chambers, which are meant to deter all intruders. The colored relics of the builders are the key. Only if we gather all the relics and solve their riddles will we enter the inner sanctum of the temple. I don't know whether Raven was able to decipher the riddles of the temple, but if that is the case, we have a big problem.
Oh yeah, the infamous Temple of Adanos.
What exactly do I do with the relics in the temple?
We know too little. However, it is to be hoped that you'll recognize their significance once you're in the temple. I'm sorry that I can't tell you more. It's all up to you now. Take the relics and make your way immediately to the temple. May Adanos be merciful and protect us all. Perhaps it is not yet too late. May Adanos protect you.
Oh, I can sure use that protection. Well, the next episode will be the grand finale of Jortundar. We will go into the Temple of Adanos and face Raven once and for all. So, until then, je suis Gothic. Au revoir.